Hi guys, it's day 2. I'm so excited that you're still here. Today we're going to talk about something that is going to be very meaningful and is going to drive you through your entire Scentsy business. It's an important topic, and it's important that you get it right, because if you don't, then it won't be strong enough to push you forward through your entire Scentsy journey. So everyone I find joins Scentsy for 3 reasons. They're either looking for friends, fun, or funds, right? They need some cash. Most of us need something that the cash will give us, right? So your challenge is to figure out why you're here. And I know you've heard about that before, about finding your why, that your why should make you cry. And, if you can't find your why are you doing this? But it's true. You've got to know why you're here to know where you're going. Why are you here? Why did you join Scentsy? So for me, when I initially started my Scentsy business, honestly, I was bored. I had been working and teaching and going to school, getting my master's degree. I was a single mom of 2 boys, 2 little boys, and I finished school. I finished my degree. So I was just a teacher. Like that's no small job. My boys were getting a little bit older. They didn't need me hovering over them, doing everything for them all the time. They were becoming independent. And my husband at the time was a student, and he was studying all the time. He was an engineering student, and he was always in the basement doing homework. So I found myself by myself quite often, sitting in my living room with not much to do. And so I felt like I needed a hobby. I needed something to do, something that was for me, fun, and a little extra cash would be great, right? Who doesn't need a little extra cash to do the fun things? So I joined Scentsy, and it slowly but surely became much more than that for me when I found myself pregnant with my 3rd child. So now I had a different why. I had a different reason to keep going and growing my business, because my first 2 boys went to daycare, and I didn't want my 3rd to go to daycare. I wanted to be home. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and take care of my baby. So I worked my business, and that became my why. That became my reason, was so that I could stay home with Christopher. And I've been home ever since. And to be able to be available and to make that choice. So it wasn't really about staying home. It was about being able to make the choice. I could have kept teaching. I could have had that. That could have been my choice. And I could have continued to teach. And I was good at that. And I was doing well. But I didn't want to. And so Scentsy gave me a choice. And I was able to choose to stay home. Then we decided that the cold weather wasn't for us anymore. I started my business in Maine. And when my husband decided he didn't like the cold weather anymore either, we were able to make the choice to come to Florida. So for me, my business has been about choices, and I've been able to work and do things that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. So now my why is to get us out of debt, so we can choose to go on vacation whenever we want. We can choose to go shopping when I want. I can choose to eat out because I hate to cook. I want more choices. So I continue to grow my Scentsy business. So your challenge is to figure out, why are you here? And I don't want you to just say, well, because I want to pay off debt. Why do you want to pay off debt? Ask yourself why. Why is that important? Why is that So a thing can't be your why, right? It's a feeling, it's a understanding, it's a value, it has to be stronger than that. It has to come from your heart. It has to be powerful, or like just paying off your debt is too easy to go, I don't want to work today, I'll pay off my debt tomorrow, because it's always going to be there. It's not, unless you work, it's not going to go away. So yeah, it's great if, buying a new car, making your car payment, making your mortgage payment, quitting your day job, going on a trip, you think that's your why. It's great for that to be a goal. Okay, the difference between goals and whys. So that's a great goal, and I'm glad. I want you to have goals, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But what is your why? Why do you want to go on that vacation? Why do you want to pay off your debt? Why do you want to go on a second honeymoon? Why do you want to be able to pay your mortgage with your Scentsy money? Why? What will that do for you? How will it make you feel? Really think about that, because that is why you're here. And that, when things get hard, is what you need to go back to remember why it's so important for you to do it, even if it's scary, even if it's yucky, even if you don't feel like it. Because that is going to be powerful, right? Paying a bill is not powerful. We all avoid it. But why do you want to get that bill paid? The reason behind it is going to be more powerful. So understand what that is. Make sure that it is truly touching your heart and that it is coming from you and not from someone else. I also hear a lot of people who come up with whys. Oh, I want to quit my job and stay home with my kids. Do you really? Do you know it's not all it's cracked up to be? Some days it's hard work. And some of us are not made to stay home with children all day long. Some of us need more in our life to feel good about ourselves. So make sure that's not, what you want to do. Maybe being able to fill up college funds for your kids is not a good enough reason to do this business, because it's not for you, it's for them, right? So make sure it's for you. Make sure it comes from your heart. Unless it is, then great. But it's got to be about you. It's got to be from you. It's got to be from your heart. It's got to really touch your heart in a place that really lights a fire and motivates you to do whatever it takes. So think about that. Think about, why are you here? And once you really understand that, then you can decide and make a list of all the goals, all the crazy, cool, wonderful things you could do to get that why realized, right? Paying off the debt, buying the car, paying the mortgage, staying home with your kids, whatever that happens to be, going on the vacation. Those are your goals. So I want you to pick a whole bunch of those too, right? Because having that concrete thing that you can work towards, that you can post a picture of on your wall, that's important too. And sometimes that can drive somebody. You want to go on that cruise, that incentive trip cruise, then put a picture of that boat on your wall and look at it every single day and know that you can. And then go work your business and get there. All right, so lost my place. Hang on one second. Knees. All right, so your why, that's your driving force. So I want you to figure out what that is for yourself. That's sort of your challenge for today. You don't have to share it with us. You don't. It's sort of a private thing, so that's okay. But I want you to think about it, and what I want you to do is write it down in your Launch to Leadership journal. And that is your assignment today. So what I would like for you to do is have a notebook, a binder, a notepad, something that is just for this program. So your Launch to Leadership, so this is mine, my little mini binder, Launch to Leadership. It can be a spiral notebook, it can be a big one, a little one, it can be anything that you have. But your assignment is to grab a notebook and dedicate it just to this program. And what I want you to do is write down your why. Put it like in the front cover, right in the beginning, so you can see it every time you open it. Write it down. And then put a list of goals, a list of things that you would love to do, accomplish, or have because you're growing this business and with your paycheck. So that is your assignment. And what I want you to do is show us. So in the comments, I want you to take a picture and show us your notebook. You don't have to show us what you wrote, but show us that you have a notebook, that it is just for this class. And when you post that picture, then I will know that you have done the assignment. Okay, so that's your check-in. Just remember that there are people in this business making 6 figures, right? 6 figure salaries in Scentsy, selling candles and wax. That could be you. That could be you. And this is the first step. Understanding why you're here and what you're working towards is the first step to getting to that kind of a paycheck. So make sure you do the assignment, show us your picture, and get ready, because tomorrow we're going to get busy.